updates of what is trending in the US through Nebo videos.
Let me tell you something about a man who walked into a room and the room said, no. Not quietly. Not politely. 20,000 people said no all at once, while a man with a beautiful voice was trying to sing about a flag. He came to Madison Square Garden like he owned the place. With you knowing him, he probably tried to at some point. Queens boy, Manhattan dreams. New York City's most famous son, who New York City has been trying to disown since before the gold escalator. He sat in a suite, not courtside, a suite. Because even the president knew not to sit too close to the people who were gonna boo him. And they booed him. Oh, they booed him. The press pool, his press pool, wrote it down. That's the official record, that's in the government files now. Somewhere between the classified documents and the golf scorecards, loud and long. But then Fox News turned on the television and said, mixed reaction. Mixed. Mixed like the crowd couldn't decide. Mixed like maybe half of MSG stood up and said, 4 more years. And the other half said, please, we have tickets. Mixed. Jon Stewart laughed. And when Jon Stewart laughs, it means someone just got caught lying in slow motion on camera in front of everybody. Again. Now here's where it gets interesting. Here's where I put on my tinfoil hat and sit down with you for a minute. The Knicks were on that 13-game winning streak, 13. The second longest unbeaten run in NBA playoff history. They were rolling. They were destined. New York hadn't smelled a championship since 1973. And then, he shows up, sits in the suite, gets booed during the anthem, and the Knicks lose for the first time since April. I thought I'd sit to you with a BNN. Now I'm not saying the game was fixed. I'm not saying the NBA needed a longer series for ratings. I'm not saying the league has ever in its history made decisions based on what's good for business rather than what's good for basketball. I'm just saying the timing was interesting. I'm just saying, when the most powerful man in the world shows up to your arena, or the divider that makes 20,000 people wait in line for 2 hours like they're boarding a flight to somewhere. They didn't ask to go. Maybe the basketball gods have opinions. He fell asleep. Or he didn't. His friend said he didn't. The video said maybe you decide. That's the world we live in now, president at the NBA finals, and we're debating whether his eyes were open. The man couldn't stay awake for the Knicks. He's Knicks, the team he says he loves. Meanwhile, 20,000 people stayed awake enough to let him know exactly how they felt. And then he left. Game 4, he's not there. Scheduling conflict, UFC at the White House. Because nothing says, I am a serious leader of the free world, like building a fighting arena on the South Lawn while your hometown burns the sage and tries to cleanse whatever energy you left behind in the building. And literally burn sage, people, outside Madison Square Garden in New York City. Ancient ritual, modern problem. And the Knicks won. And in 7-106, greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. The curse lifted. The moment Air Force One pointed somewhere else. Now zoom out, just for a second. Zoom all the way out. The same week, Iran is playing football on American soil, the World Cup on US soil, people flying in from Tehran, navigating immigration just to watch a game. And here in New York, the president who controls those borders, who decides who gets in and who gets turned around at the airport, can't even get a warm welcome at his own hometown arena from his own people who paid $1,000 for their seat. He said that's just the way life goes. But a semi-free to watch on television. Semi-free. Semi-free while people are choosing between the game and groceries. This is not about basketball. It never was. This is about a man.
You can be standing in a room full of people screaming at you, and somewhere across town, a man in a tie looks into a camera and says, "The crowd was enthusiastic." And half the country believes the man in the tie, because the man in the tie has been telling them what to believe since before they learned to question the man in the tie. That's not media, that's ministry. Let's talk about James Dolan, the man who invited them Knicks on, a longtime friend, Dolan. The same James Dolan who went on the radio the next morning and said, "He's a great guy, he was awake the whole time we were talking. I was there." Sir, we have the video. But this is the thing, Dolan didn't invite Trump for the Knicks, he invited Trump for Dolan. Because when you own the arena, and your friend is the president, you don't think about the woman in section 112 who took out a loan for her playoff ticket. You don't think about the family in the Bronx who watched from a bar because courtside went for $1 million and the president said, "That's life." You think about the suite. You think about the photo. You think about what it means to have the most powerful man in the world sitting next to you while 20,000 people below you remind him that power doesn't equal love. And somewhere in Washington, a spin doctor woke up at midnight and started typing. The president was received warmly by many fans. Delete. The atmosphere at Madison Square Garden reflected the passion. Delete. Mixed reactions greeted. Send. Mixed, there it is again. That word doing so much work, carrying so much water, mixed. Mixed like a cocktail nobody ordered, but everybody's drinking, because it's the only thing on the menu tonight at the Fox News bar. Now let me say something that might make you uncomfortable. The NBA needed this, not Trump, not the booze, not the circus, that story. Because ratings are religion and nothing ties ratings like a president in a suite getting booed during the anthem while the cameras can't decide where to point. Do you zoom in on the crowd? Do you stay on Trump? Do you cut to Jalen Brunson so the boos turn to cheers and everyone exhales? They cut to Jalen Brunson. Of course they did. And the Knicks lost that night. 13 games unbeaten, a run so clean it felt like prophecy. Then one man with a security perimeter the size of a city block walks in, shuts down the watch party outside, makes the Spurs go through TSA. Professional handmates get involved before a finals game, and the streak dies. I'm still not saying it's connected. I'm just saying the basketball gods have been around a long time and they've seen every kind of interference and they keep records of their own. Game 4, he was gone. And the city exhaled. Someone burned sage, someone prayed, someone in a Knicks jersey stood outside MSG with an ancient ritual and a very modern problem and decided that whatever it took to remove that energy from this building was worth doing on a Wednesday night in Manhattan. Taylor Swift showed up. Timothée Chalamet showed up. Larry David showed up. The city showed up. And the Knicks came back from 29 points down. 29. They former sharing the United States greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. The night after the president, nobody wanted, went home. You cannot write this, you cannot script this. This is the universe leaving a comment. So what does it all mean? It means New York still knows itself. It means 20,000 people in the most expensive seats in the history of sport looked up at a jumbotron and told the truth in real time with their voices. While the cameras rolled, the spin doctors typed and the networks chose their words very carefully. It means the crowd is sometimes the most honest journalist in the room. No editor, no Chiron, no ish. Just sound, raw, unfiltered. 20,000 voice, New York City sound, and long. We've been told what to hear for so long, we forgot. We have ears. Listen to the crowd, listen past the commentary, listen past the framing, listen past the man in the tie and the friend and the sweet and the word mixed. Doing overtime on a Monday night in June. The crowd is the story. The crowd was always the story. And the crowd said no. Clearly, completely in the hometown of the man who built his whole life on the idea everyone was cheering. We read what they buried. We just report what's on the floor.